Hello again. This is Keith, creator of the Lotus Path, a self-guided course that helps us to heal from childhood trauma and adverse childhood experiences. The good news is that we're all survivors. We're here. If you are hearing my voice and seeing my face, that means you made it. And that's good news, and I applaud you for making it. Recovery, healing from childhood trauma is a lifelong endeavor. It is a journey, many times filled with peaks and valleys. And so we're going to have great days, as we said before, but we will also encounter good days. There is, in my vocabulary, no such thing as a bad day. All days are good. They either reward us or they teach us. And certainly I've had my share of days where I have had to learn a lesson. I wanted to just share with you in those days that are good and not great, in those encounters that we undoubtedly will have, that we feel triggered by certain experiences that we might find ourselves in. I wanted to share with you really quickly three ways that we can calm our nervous system down in those events. Remember, there are things that are happening subconsciously that are being expressed in our bodies, in our nervous systems. And so I wanted to share with you, when you find yourself in an overwhelming moment where you are fearful, where you are anxious and stressed, ways that you might be able to slow the pace down of an overactive nervous system. The first way that we could calm our nervous system down would be to do what's called orienting. It's called orienting. It is where we turn our heads and allow our eyes to follow. We turn our heads and we allow our eyes to follow. What this does is it signals to our brain that we are not in any danger, because in this process we are scanning our environment. We're scanning our environment and we're proving to our brain that there is no danger present. And simply it looks like this. You turn your head to the left, you scan the room, you turn your head to the right, you scan the room, and you are noticing everything in your vision, whatever those things are: trees, cars, furniture, food, people, grass, whatever those things are. You're noticing those things because in noticing those things, again, you're letting yourself know. You're letting the subconscious self that is in you, that feels and that believes that you're experiencing danger, you're allowing that part of you to see that there is no danger. And when you're doing that, you're also saying to yourself, I am safe now. I am safe now. Another way that we can calm our nervous system when we are in overwhelming and stressful and anxious experiences due to our childhood trauma and reliving some of those old wounds is the vagus nerve activation. Vagus nerve activation. Vagus nerve is a nerve that stimulates us when we're stressful. It increases our heart rate. It sends signals to the brain that puts us in fight or flight mode. It is designed to help us to survive if there was actually a threat present among us. But because we know that there is no threat, part of us knows that there is no threat, that part of us has to calm down the inner child in us who is overwhelmed by the experience that we find ourselves in that moment. And you can do that through deep inhale with an exhale, and you can hum in that exhalation. And what that does is it resets that vagus nerve to a rest and a digest mode. It resets the vagus nerve back to its normal mode of operation, which is to rest and to digest. And it simply looks like this. You want to take a deep inhale, purse your lips, but on the exhale, you want to hum. You want to do that for 60 seconds at minimum. And again, the vibration of that hum powers down our stress response. Again, deep inhale, exhale, purse lips and hum. That vibration is signaling to your vagus nerve that it should power down and it should move back into this rest and digest mode of operation. And the last way that I want to share with you how we could possibly calm our nervous system down when in fact we are experiencing anxious, stressful, fearful moments because of the reliving of an unpleasant experience from our childhood is what we call weighted grounding touch. Weighted grounding touch. That's simply a safe touch, a self touch. It is when we are able to comfort ourselves by placing ourselves in a position that we would touch and contact parts of us to reinforce that we are safe and that there is no danger present. What does that look like? That looks first and foremost like a hug. Learning to hug yourself. Learning to put your arms around yourself, around your shoulders, applying gentle pressure as if someone was hugging you. And in healthy environments of child development, our parents or our caregivers, they teach us how to self-soothe. They teach us how to cope and how to get through stressful and anxious situations. But in childhood traumatic experiences, the opposite happens. We are not taught how to self-soothe, but we are tormented, we are afflicted, and we are abused, if you will, by the lack thereof, and even the opposite, more pain and more trauma. So the first way we would do is we would simply hug ourselves. The second thing that we would be able to do is we would be able to put our hand over our heart. And that's another way. It signals to the brain that your heart is being shielded, it's being protected, and it also signals to the inner child that your heart, or the most vulnerable parts of you, are in good hands. For what better hands to place the inner child within all of us in than the older, more mature, more aware versions of ourselves? And so, hand over heart, that's another one. Hand on your stomach. Many times when we're in stressful situations, we can feel it in our stomachs. Our stomachs become queasy, if you will. That's because the vagus nerve is doing its job. It's taking all of the blood and all of the resources from our digestive system, and it is using it in areas that it believes will be more conducive for us to stay safe. So hand over stomach is another way. Hand on the back of our necks. Our necks are the connection between our brains and our bodies. And so a hand there would simply indicate, again, that you're safe, that you're covered, and that you're protected by a trustful source, the older, wiser, more prepared, stronger version of you. And it provides a somatic clue of safety for you and for me when we find ourselves in those experiences. And whether you hug yourself or you put your hand over your heart or you put your hand behind your neck, what you are virtually saying to yourself, and what you should say audibly as well, is, I got you and you are not alone. I got you and you're not alone. So those are the three things I wanted to share with you today. I pray that these three different ways of calming and soothing your nervous system are beneficial to you, that you would be able to understand and apply them when you are in those unfortunate situations that can cause you tremendous amounts of fear, stress, and anxiety. And again, I am, for one, happy that you are here. I want to acknowledge and honor you. And I want to say that you are more than a survivor. You are a thriver. And I want to also say that you are not broken. You are becoming. Love and light to you until we meet again.